So my name's Zach. I work at Zach Taylor. I work at Nokia. And I know at least 3 people in this room that I've worked with or hired, like McGinnis and Jay and Mike Condon. Before I begin, I know you're going to do the round tables and jumping around, but if you could just give me your name and just kind of tell me why you're here, that would help me. 10 seconds.
Marty Orgel, real estate agent and mortgage broker,
Okay.
looking to help people buy or sell a house.
Marty Malley, legal department, biotech.
Okay. And you're here because you want to network or looking for a
I
job?
mean, reduced part-time, so I'm looking.
Looking for work. Okay. Jay?
My name is Nate. I'm looking for a job.
Okay. Sir, John?
I'm John O'Neill. I'm with the city of San Diego and friend of Lonnie.
Okay, great. And
I'm Susan Idolman.
Susan.
I'm Lonnie's wife, and I also have my own business, so I'm here to learn too.
Ellie Bernhardt, I'm an administrative assistant and a graphic designer. And I also want to get into illustration.
And you're here to network? Or
Network because I just lost my job.
I'm fine, John. Okay, great.
Mike McInnes, I'm in operations management, also here to network, meet people, see you as well. I saw that you're on the agenda, so that's great. And also I'm in the job market as well.
Mike Hoggett came last time, and I'm actually here because you're here. I want to see you.
Ron Bashir, I'm part-time for SAIC. I'm just trying to understand the San Diego environment a little more, to learn what other opportunities there might be.
Okay.
Out of curiosity.
Okay, good. So, just Lonnie had asked me to come and talk about how people could get to a guy like me, right? How do you get to the corporate recruiter? How do you get to, what Lonnie was talking about? How do you get to the decision maker? How do you get to the hiring manager? So getting to a corporate recruiter these days is pretty tough because everyone is so busy and technology has taken huge leaps that, even with a bad economy, there's still a lot of people, there's more people looking for jobs. And there's more ways of getting in touch with people. There's LinkedIn, job boards, and there's Facebook. Any way you can get your hands on a recruiter. So the first page, I don't have a copy, so I'm going to have to read from there. So, I was thinking about it. Well, how did the successful people get to me if they don't know me? And usually they're people that are very persistent and really target the job. So if they do get me on the phone, if I do answer the phone, they've got me because I'm not that rude to hang up with people. But overall, a lot of people that I see don't have realistic expectations about the job that they want. So they'll see a job and they'll look at their competencies, but they think, okay, I can do this job. And many times companies put out a job description, but they don't know what the hell they want either. So there's many iterations that go on with a company. I've seen it. I put a job up and then we interview some people and the manager's like, well, none of them fit. And you have to go back and say, well, what do you really want? And the job changes. So number one important thing is really find out what the job is and make sure you're a match, because you're wasting your time if you're going after a job that you're not a match for. And this will come in later when you talk to recruiters. You really have to find out, what are they looking for? What are the core skills? What's the core experience that they're looking for? Because there's thousands of people. There's not enough time in the day. There's just not enough time in the day for a recruiter. So if you can get a recruiter to look at your resume for a minute, or you can get them on the phone for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it's basically a miracle, right? So that's my next point. How do you get noticed? So you really need to do your groundwork. So you really need to know the company, find out more about the position, use every resource you know. So like Mike was looking for a job, and he contacted me because he knows me, so he had someone in the company. I was able to get him a couple interviews, and so it's really who you know. People hire people they like. That's the bottom line. So this is a great trick. If you send a paper resume to the VP or the CEO, the head honcho of the company in the location, that resume will go to like a VJ. And you know VJ's admin is going to give it to HR. And somebody better get back to that person and email them or call them or ask them to apply online. So I get them all the time from the vice president. So, and you have to follow up. So it's another tool. You know, just send your resume, find out who the CEO is, or you can go to the Better Business Bureau, find out who the person is. You know, who's the vice president at Nokia in San Diego. You'll get his name and just send it away, and I'll be on my desk. Let's see. Employee referral program. So if you know people that work for that company, many of the companies still, they don't advertise them a lot, but because they've taken a lot of benefits away from employees due to the lean times, they still, like at Nokia, we still have a referral bonus program. We don't advertise it because people are losing jobs, but it's really good if you know someone and then they can refer you. And then they get some, compensation. It's also a good way for the company to kind of give a benefit to the employees when we're taking so many away right now.